Tesla without Elon Musk is a severely denuded company.
Let's talk to the business journalist Ian King. Morning, Ian.
Morning.
How are you getting your head around the concept of $1 trillion? We're wrestling with that a little bit this morning.
Yeah, sure, it's a huge number, but bear in mind there are an awful lot of hurdles that Elon Musk has to overcome to get this payout. And first of all, it's worth pointing out that over the 10 years in which this package is going to be in place, he will be taking no salary, getting no bonus. He's going to effectively be working for Tesla for nothing. So he's clearly got skin in the game here. He's got a huge, as I say, number of obstacles. First of all, he's got to take Tesla's stock valuation. Tesla's currently got a market capitalization of about $1.4 trillion. He's got to get that up to $8.5 trillion for this to pay out. He's got to sell 1 million robots. He's got to get 1 million robo-taxis on the roads. He's got to sell, I think, something like 20 million vehicles in that time. And crucially, and I think this is possibly going to be the very hardest obstacle for him to overcome, of course, he's got to get Tesla's profits up to $400 billion a year. And currently, that's about, to put that in context, that's about 24 times what Tesla's current profitability is. I mean, one of the issues that it's why it's a bit of a Marmitey stock is that Tesla has never really achieved consistent profitability over the last decade or so. Yes, it can be profitable at times, but it's not been consistently profitable, mainly because Elon Musk is continually reinvesting profits in new parts of the business, and that's a drag on underlying profitability. So he's got an awful long way to get to this payout. But obviously, people are going to be fixated by that headline number.
Yeah. Can I just ask some basic questions on this, Ian? Because I think it's important to do this, okay? Just bear with me, because I realise your brain is the size of a planet. If this was to all go Elon Musk's way, he's not going to end up with $1 trillion in his bank account. That would be impossible and ridiculous.
It would be shareholding. It's a shareholding in the company.
But theoretically, could he not turn that into liquid cash?
He could do at some point, in theory. I mean, obviously, most CEOs, and particularly ones like this, there are sort of restrictions on when you can sell shares anyway. I mean, that's true here in the UK as well as it is in the United States. It would take his shareholding. I mean, Elon Musk and his brother currently own around 16% of Tesla. Most of that is Elon Musk himself. If this was to crystallise, he'd emerge with about 25% of Tesla. And obviously, to get that award, it would be, as I say, a significantly larger Tesla. So he would own 25% of a much bigger and more valuable company. But as I say, there's an awful long way to go for him to get that payout.
And he is hugely successful. Of that there can be no doubt. He runs massive companies that do really quite well. And so the idea of this is that if you run a multi-trillion-dollar company, you're probably entitled to a decent amount of that yourself, I suppose.
Well, worth pointing out, I mean, he has other assets as well. I mean, Starlink, which is obviously privately owned, is an immensely profitable, a potentially profitable business, transforming the world of satellite communications. He's got XAI as well, his AI business. And again, these are incredibly valuable businesses that aren't in the public domain. They're privately owned. And so, it's very difficult to get an overall handle on Elon Musk's overall wealth because he has stakes in those businesses as well. And I think Callum, you've put your finger on a very crucial point there, which is why 75% of Tesla shareholders voted this through, which is that Tesla without Elon Musk is a severely denuded company. He has been the driving force of this business for the best part of a decade. Without him, it's a whole lot less valuable.
Yeah, well, there you are. One other story that's breaking this morning, Ian, just to get your thoughts on. ITV could sell its media businesses to Sky. Tell us more.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I mean, obviously, ITV share price has been in the doldrums for a decade or so. I mean, ITV share price, it's popped. It's up 18% on this news this morning. But over the last decade, ITV PLC has lost 2/3 of its stock market valuation. It's seen by investors as being in a sort of declining market. And specifically, the parts of the business that it's looking to sell to Comcast, which is, as you say, is the parent company of Sky. I mean, the real jewel in ITV, arguably, is ITV Studios, which is the part that makes, for example, Mr. Bates versus the Post Office. It makes Love Island and all those sort of programmes. And that's the real jewel within ITV. That's not subject to this potential transaction. So what Comcast would be getting is ITV's linear TV business, the streaming platform ITVX, which I think a lot of people overlook has a considerable amount of value in it. And obviously, as people move from linear TV to streaming platforms, that potentially is a lot more valuable. Big question marks over this. I mean, they've got a couple of hurdles. I'm using that word a lot this morning, apologies. They've got to get a couple of hurdles past them. First of all, they will have to convince Ofcom that they are a fit and proper owner of ITV. Now, obviously, Sky is a reputable business here in the UK. I don't think there'd be any problem with that. But there would also be competition issues as well. If you put together ITV with Sky, effectively that enlarged business has about 70% of the UK TV advertising market. And ordinarily you'd say, well, that is an absolute no-go. You know, the competition authorities would block that. But I think there's have to be an appreciation of the way that the advertising market is changing in the UK. You know, YouTube is increasingly important in the UK media consumption landscape now. Obviously, an immensely profitable business with a huge amount of advertising revenues itself. And so when you look at the advertising market in that context, a combined Sky and ITV wouldn't be that significant. But there'll be all sorts of other issues. There'll be issues, for example, over would ITN, which currently produces the ITV news bulletins, would Sky News end up running ITV News? So there are all sorts of questions that are begged by this.
Really good to speak to you, Ian. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers.
That's business journalist Ian King.
All right. Everyone. Yeah. Well, everyone, what are the things that have led to this day? What are the cars, like, if you go back 11 years today, Tesla had made one car, that car. That's serial number one of Tesla. So that's my car, actually. Yeah. It's a video of some of what's going on in the plant.
Looks good. Take number two. Yeah. That's beautiful. I think our country had to do this. We had to go and do this. They've taken away other countries.